Hello, good evening and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio. Showing myself Fox Chair on the panel. It's the one and only Bridgeman. And the superstar of fitness levels is the Foxy boy. How we doing, gentlemen?
Evening, Bridge. Evening, Ox. Evening, everybody.
Can I say a big good evening to you guys?
That was a good show, Bridge, wasn't it?
It was indeed. Can I just say a huge good evening to you guys in the panel? Big good evening to the guys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good evening and welcome to Rangers Radio.
We should do that, a Rangers Radio superstars. What would we have? What sports would we have, Fox?
Dominoes.
Dominoes, aye, that would be first, isn't it?
Aye.
Dominoes, darts, bowls, drinking. In that order.
Aye. Cards, maybe.
Cards, aye.
I forgot about that.
Another highly paced game, that, cards.
Horse racing.
Aye. Anyway, how we all doing? How are you, Fox?
Fine, mate.
Fine, how are you, Bridge? Ready? 2 more sleeps, Bridgie boy?
2 more sleeps, pal, yeah. I can't wait. It just seems as if we've been waiting for such a long time to see our team. That's what it feels like, you know. And you think to yourself, what is going on? You really do. As you know, it's only been a few weeks, but my God, it's the longest few weeks. Particularly for guys who don't go to away games, you know. Looking forward to it, Oxtail. Looking forward to it. Absolutely buzzing for it.
I'm looking forward to the game myself. I think we'll win, Fox. I'm very confident.
Aye, it's about time we turned them over. We've not had a good run of games against them. They've done us out of 2 cups and a couple of draws against them, haven't we, in the last 4 or 5 games. So they're due a wee doing. Let's hopefully it's Sunday.
What's your thoughts, Bridge?
Well, I think I saw a wee snippet on the news tonight. There seems to be a wee bit of stramash or a misunderstanding of what's been said at the press conferences. But no doubt somewhere along the line we'll be discussing something like that. But I think that our manager is giving our players every chance to get themselves back into the good books again with the fans, insofar as Aberdeen's concerned. And I think he's looking forward to the game. And I just can't wait for it to happen. And the rest he can't either. And let's get this hoodoo, voodoo, whatever it be, bogey, get them out, beat them, take the 3 points, and we'll see where that leaves us as far as the league's concerned.
I think our manager, Fox, he trained like he played, and he expects everybody else to put 100% in at all times. Training, bounce games. When you go to a function, you have to act properly. When you're on social media, you have to conduct yourself properly. All right, as a young man, you get in a couple of maybe fracas yourself. But as you grow up and you develop, you see things differently. He sets high standards, maybe what we would call Rangers standards, and he expects the players under him to do the same. That's the impression I'm getting.
That's the way it should be. After all, the guys are professional footballers. They should act and train and play as if they are professional footballers. I don't think it's too much to ask what the manager's asking them to do. So I see nothing wrong with the way he thinks and acts. And the standards at Rangers have slipped there the last, no under his tutelage, but over the last few managers for me, and he's getting things up to scratch again.
Yeah, I must agree with that. I must agree with that, absolutely. I think that in all probability, if we were all very, very honest with each other and with ourselves, it was going to take him at least a season to get his feet under the table and understand what the league's about and go and visit all the grounds where, you know, just to get yourself that the feeling of how these clubs exist and what they do, and then get them back to your place and see what it's like. And actually, he's done a fantastic job of that for me, you know, really and truly, because it's really tough. Some of the places you go to are hard to go to, you know. Tynecastle, wee tight, you know. What do you call it? Easter Road. It's just a hovel, or it was a hovel. But it's a lot of anger and bitterness there for sure.
Well, we'll see what it takes, is it? Well, I think it'd be good if we heard from the manager, then we can maybe see what he's saying and maybe we can hear some of the things that's been picked out in the media bridge. Would that make sense?
Aye, go for it, bud. Absolutely.
So it's about a 20-minute interview, so we'll hear from everybody after we hear from your manager, Steven Gerrard, MBE.
Stephen, sad news in Scottish football this week, the passing of Billy McNeill. Rangers and John Greig, I spoke to earlier in the week, have made a very nice tribute. You've won the European Cup like Billy. Would you like to pay your own tribute?
Yeah, well, I think it's obviously very sad news. Obviously a big icon and a legend of the game. I think it was good that John went over and paid his respect to represent us as a club. So yeah, I'd like to pay my respects as well.
Big game this weekend against Aberdeen. Is it fair to say they've been a bit of a bogey team for you this season?
I think that's very fair. If you look at the results, they've obviously damaged us, certainly in the cup competitions. So yeah, we've got nothing but respect for them. It'll be a tough game. Aberdeen play different against Rangers. That's what I've noticed. They certainly raised the game. It seems as if Rangers is their biggest game of the season. So yeah, we're fully expecting a very tough game again at the weekend. It's an important game for both clubs, so we'll have to be at it.
What do you mean in terms of style, or in terms of, do you feel they try harder against Rangers?
That's the way it looks on the eye. You know, obviously we watch a lot of the opposition. Watched them last week against Celtic, and they never laid a finger on Celtic in the semi-final. But they obviously come to play against Rangers and bring their A game, and they're very physical, and they definitely lift the game against Rangers. That's for sure.
Is that a compliment then in a way?
I don't know. You'd have to ask them. I don't know. They're a good team. They're physical. They get in the faces. They're organised. Difficult to play against. That's a compliment from us to them. But yeah, I suppose they know that they have to be at their maximum to stop us. So there's been some good battles and some good contests between the sides over the course of the season. They've had the upper hand in the cup competitions, of course, knocking us out. But as the league stands, obviously we've done slightly better than them.
Can a win, and I think that would secure second place as well. Is that a sign of progress?
I think there's been progress in different areas. I think it would be the first time, obviously, they finished second since they come back into the league, so I suppose people will see that as a sign of progress. But I look at the big picture in all the areas, not just the points tally. I look at us as a squad, individually and collectively, see where we are, see how far away we are, and analyse it properly. And I said on record last week, in a lot of areas we've moved forward and we've got better and we've improved, but there's still an awful lot of work to do. There's still areas of the team and the squad that we need to improve for us to be stronger again next season.
On that front, there's reports this week saying that Duke Hastie's agreed a deal with you.
We couldn't wait to get that.
You give us any sign of that?
Well, I think obviously it's no secret that there's an interest there, but until we get it complete, there's nothing really to say on it. But you know, I'm not going to sit here and deny it, because obviously it's out there that there is interest.
In terms of your plans for next season, do you feel that you are sort of getting to a stage where you get your ducks in a row, you know what's happening, you get an idea of the guys you want to take with you next year, the guys that might not have a part to play?
Yeah, we certainly know the players and the individuals that we want to take with us moving it forward. In terms of having the ducks in a row, I think we're at a time of the season now where you can go and try and identify some free contracts that can improve your team and your squad. I think it's time to do that. But until the window opens, you can't really go and try and get your targets that you maybe want to sign for money, or the ones that are available at other clubs. It's impossible to do that right now, but we've tried to strike early with some free free contracts that are available right now.
You spoke after the closed goal game with Liverpool earlier the week, saying you found the first half display embarrassing. Are you able to give us a bit more detail on that, or more explanation as to
yes,
what was it?
Certain individuals' performance and effort and desire and commitment was embarrassing for this football club. A few within that done quite well. The idea of the game was for many reasons, for fitness. You use these bounce games to top people up with minutes and game time, and there was also another major fact that we wanted to give Graham Dorrans some time and a good test for his knee coming back from injury, and also to test some young players in and around our first team players. So for us it was a very important game. We wanted to get a lot out of it, but unfortunately we got very little out of the first half, and it wasn't until we introduced four babies, really, four pups who were 17, 18, where there was a massive improvement and a massive gulf in desire, commitment, effort, and just wanting to be hungry to play football. So the second half was absolutely fantastic.
That must be a concern to you when you are, as you say, drawing up your plans for next season and getting things.
It's not a concern because it's quite easy. It's quite easy. You identify the people that want to be with you and want to fight for this club for success, and you identify the people that don't really care, who are starting to show signs of down in tools and rubbing the sand off the flip-flops. It's very, very easy. It's because, it all comes out in the wash, and all you do is you move forward with the people you trust who want to be part of it, and when the right time comes, you leave the other people behind.
Steve, I was going to say, just last night, the performance of your young players in the Youth Cup final must impress you. Is there any plans to sort of bleed any of them on, perhaps before the end of the season?
Well, there's certainly plans to introduce them and launch them at some point, but whether that'll be in the final 4 games, we'll have to wait and see. We have to take into consideration that some of these are still 16, 17 years of age. I thought the team performance last night was magnificent. That's what impressed me the most. I thought from goalkeeper to young Coombs up front, every single one of them emptied it out there. I thought Celtic were terrific as well, coming out 2-0 down and showing great character. I just thought it was a great advertisement for youth football in the country. Incredible amount of talent on both teams. Great goals, great tackles, great patterns of play. I was just loving it. I thought it was a terrific night. The only shame was that it wasn't there wasn't a load of support there. I thought we missed a chance to put a load of fans in there for them and give them a different type of experience to play in front of a big crowd. Now I understand for health and safety reasons and this and that, but I thought maybe we should have went somewhere in the middle and gave a certain amount of tickets out to both fans to give them a better experience.
Steve, it's obviously going to be difficult for the younger kids to break through in the first team squads at the bigger clubs. What is the message to these aspiring first team players in terms of the pathway to the first team?
Well, if they're good enough, they'll play. That's the most important message. This is a results business, and if they're good enough and they're showing that they're in better form or they can do a better job than someone who's 10 years older than them, I'll have no qualms or no problems to put them in. But I've said it on many occasions that talent's not enough. It's important that these young kids prepare themselves to have the right body, so they're physically ready. They have to live for the game, eat the right stuff, live the game on and off the pitch correct. Talent will only get them so far, so if they're ready from a physical and a mental point of view, I know that the talent's there, so I'd have no qualms in using them.
In terms of, you made mention there about building or rebuilding the squad to an extent for next season. You're saying this is a time to look at the market of out of contract players. In terms of the other side of the market, in terms of high quality experienced players, do you think you will be able to go into the market again to acquire a Jermaine Defoe type player come August, summertime? Not that position, but that calibre.
I think we'll have to wait and see. I think we have to find out and wait to see what's available. Obviously, at the moment, we're identifying the people that we want to go and strike for when the window opens. Obviously, you know, I can't give you any names or areas of the team where we're looking at, but when the time's right, I'm sure if we identify the right person that's going to make Rangers stronger, I'm sure I'll get the right backing.
Just more in terms of, will you have the financial backing to do that, be it wage structure or transfer fee?
Well, so far, up to now, I've had the backing that I've asked for. In terms of moving forward, right now, I don't know the answer to your question. We'll have to wait and see. But what I can say is we do need them improvements to happen. If we are going to be more competitive and have a better chance of winning next season, it's important that we do add quality to the 11, which will naturally strengthen the squad.
And on your point about Aberdeen perhaps raising the game against Rangers more than, say, Celtic, how do you think Rangers have performed against Aberdeen?
No, I'm not saying that they don't raise the game against Celtic as well, but they have found the form definitely against Rangers for sure. And having watched them against Celtic a few weeks ago, it wasn't the performance you'd expect from Aberdeen if you look at the performances they've given against Rangers. But Rangers are obviously a huge rival to Aberdeen, so you'd expect them to raise the game more for us.
In terms of your performances against them, how would you rate them?
I think they've been very mixed, and that's the reason why we've been knocked out of a couple of cup competitions. You know, we've probably performed better against Aberdeen, if I'm honest, up at Pittodrie. So the players are aware of what we need to do at the weekend, and we'll have to obviously perform at a very high level to get the result we want.
Graham Johns, you spoke about him playing in the game last week. I mean, how good is it to see him back playing, and how did he get on?
Yeah, he's repeating training sessions now, which is good to see, and you know, the injury's not on his mind anymore, which is the key thing here. It's probably too soon for him at the weekend. We'll look to try and get him some minutes in a reserve game coming up, and then we'll analyse it probably in a week's time to see where he's at. But he's missed a lot of football. It's difficult, you know. I don't want to put Graham in when he's not ready. I don't think that's fair on him. So he's working extremely hard and pushing himself. He's had a frustrating time, but at the moment he seems to be in a better place than he was probably 2-3 weeks ago.
Any chance of him playing before the end of the season?
Yeah, there's a chance, yeah.
Jamie Murphy as well?
Jamie Murphy, I doubt it. The reason being, he had I think Jamie's got a chance of training with the squad before the end of the season, but with the last game being on AstroTurf, I wouldn't think it makes sense to push to show Jamie for one game before the end of the season. If that game was on grass, there would probably be a better chance.
How is James Tavernier? Because I know I think he's been targeted again over the last couple of days. Is he okay?
Yeah, he seems okay. I just think it's sad and frustrating that racism's crept back into the game, and it seems as if we're talking about it most weeks of late, and also with the bad behaviour from different parts of the game. It's sad. James has addressed it, but he seems okay. He's a strong boy, but again, you know, I'll say it, racism got no part to play in football.
See, Raheem Sterling's taking quite a strong stance on that down south. Do you think, you hope that sort of stuff will...
No, I'm very proud of Raheem. I think he's matured an awful lot from being a young lad when I played with him. Not only is he doing a fantastic job on the pitch as a player, I think he's being a fantastic ambassador and a role model for people around the game. As an ex-teammate of his, I'm really proud watching him behave on and off the pitch how he is, and I think he deserves a lot of credit. So yeah, I hope he keeps that up.
Any other team news?
We've got a couple of doubts at the moment. Tav and Jermaine Defoe are a doubt at the moment, so they won't be seen in training today. Anyone else? I think everyone else is fine.
What's Tav and Jermaine's doubts?
Tav jarred his knee in training yesterday, and Jermaine's got a little bit of tightness in the muscle. We're hoping they'll both be available, but you won't see them when you go outside to cover training.
You've got Ryan Kent back, is that right?
Yes, he's available, Ryan. Yeah.
Any positive indications from Liverpool yet?
They're questions for Liverpool and Ryan. We've made it very clear we're at the table. We want him back. It's from where we're concerned, it's a waiting game.
Stephen, can I just finally ask you a question on Liverpool? The fact they could potentially get 97 points and not win the league this season, does that kind of show the level of competition?
Yeah, it does, but there's still a lot of football to play. I know 3 games seems like it's nothing, but I'm sure there'll be a few more twists and turns for both teams, but they're certainly the 2 clubs that have set the standard and raised the standard in the Premier League. I think Pep said in his last press conference they both deserve to win it, and that's right, but unfortunately only one can, and you have to feel sorry for whatever team doesn't get over the line and get it done. You obviously know who I'll be supporting, but we'll have to wait and see how it plays out. But there's a lot of football and a lot of twists and turns. A lot can happen, but it is a fascinating title race, probably the best I've ever witnessed.
John, another big game against Aberdeen. The manager was saying that they're a bit of a bogey team for Rangers, wants to go and prove a point. Do the players echo that?
Definitely, yeah. I think the talk in the changing room and amongst everyone, I think we owe them one. I think we need to go and be prepared right for this game and make a statement and try and get a good win against them.
It's interesting, the manager said he feels Aberdeen raised their game against Rangers and maybe try harder than against some other teams. Have you, from watching them, got that impression?
I think so. I think every team up here raises the game against Rangers. I think Rangers is a massive club, and I think every team that comes to Ibrox and when they play Rangers, they raise the game, and it's like a cup final to them. So yeah, I think Aberdeen do that, and I think a lot of other teams do that as well.
Do you take that as a compliment, or is that a frustration as well?
No, I think it is a compliment to the football club and to the players who are playing. So we've just got to be prepared and hopefully go and try and get the win.
Is that a new thing for you? Having you played for Liverpool, I suppose you must have experienced something similar.
Yeah, definitely. I think at many big clubs, I think a lot of teams raise the game more so than playing probably a lesser team. So yeah, I've experienced that before, and it's always going to happen up here. So you just got to be ready for that.
Is that just the pressure that every player that comes and plays for this side, the club has to deal with?
Definitely, I think it's the size of the club. Rangers are a massive club, and everyone who plays for it should know that and should be prepared for that.
How have you enjoyed the last couple of weeks being back on the side?
It's been great. It's the manager's put me back in, and I've just loved every minute of it. Really, just wanting to repay him with my performances, and we've had three straight wins, so just need to try and keep that going.
How difficult was it being out of the side for quite a wee while?
Yeah, it's tough, but in football, it is football. You're not going to play every game. I think you're going to have dips. Everyone knows that. But just when called upon, you've got to be ready.
You started the season quite well. I mean, can you put a finger on why things didn't perhaps go so well for you sort of middle part of the campaign?
No, I don't think it's put my finger on. I think everyone has dips in form, so I know that myself. Probably when he took me out the team, probably my performances wasn't up to my standard. So I'm the first to know when my performances aren't right, and it's the manager's decision to take me out the team, and you just got to work hard and wait for your opportunity to get back in.
Do you believe that the performance you've put in so far and carry them on through next season, you can sort of reclaim your place sort of first choice sort of starting next year?
Hopefully, that's the plan. I just give it 100% every time I play. Hopefully the performance is there, and hopefully Rangers get the win.
Was it fair to say you bring a bit of aggression to the team?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's part of my game. I think I'm full-blooded, try and give 100%, and always go and try and win the ball and do my best for the team.
Where do you strike that balance between being full-blooded and not going OTT? Because at the start of the season, I think perhaps your disciplinary record wasn't the best.
Yeah, I think so. It's more time than that. I think I've been in the gym, getting a bit sharper, so maybe I could say I'm a bit sharper now. But it is just all about timing and positional play and stuff like that when it comes to disciplinary.
Did you expect the competition to be as fierce as what it was when you signed?
Definitely. I think, as I said before, it's a massive club. You're always going to get competition. I've been at a massive club before this, and the competition's high, so I know what's expected and prepare for that.
Well, thanks very much. We all back?
Yeah, indeed.
Enjoyed that. I think your manager is very articulate. Who is it? Somebody on the show says that he thinks he's the best we've ever had. George, is it George? George Logan.
Yeah, George has said it, and there's a few of us said it as well. I think he's the best speaking, most assuredly. A very competent, confident person, and speaks a lot of sense. Speaks a lot of sense.
Aye. You wouldn't see him buying a charred grill to fry your eggs, would you, Bridgeman, you know?
Absolutely not.
No. Anyway, if people want to join us, what's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, Fox?
You can join us at rangersradio.online on Skype. And if you phone in, we'll bring you into the call.
All right. How do you like your eggs, Bridge?
I like them soft.
Soft. Fried?
Yes, prefer fried.
All right. What about you, Fox?
What are you asking me now?
How do you like your eggs?
You're as bad as them at interview Steven Gerrard, mate. So you ask me a lot of useless questions. I'm listening to that press conference there. The next thing you'll get is, Stevie, what do you think of Donald Trump? Stevie, how do you solve the Middle East problem? Do you think the Russians are interfering in the American elections? Jesus Christ, it's a Rangers press conference and they go on about everything else before they get down to anything to do with the team. It's getting boring to me now.
We've been saying that, Foxy, we've said that right from the start. We should be able to find a way of nullifying these or ignoring these stupid questions that they keep bringing up. What they're trying to do is bring it up and try to trip the manager up or
He's
make
too
him say
classy
something.
for them, Bridge. He's too classy.
Well, yeah, but I think that on the news tonight, it was evident on the news tonight that he was attacked on the news tonight. Well, that's what it felt like with me anyway. And the only thing that BBC News and STV, the evening news, right? And that was the sports. That was about the sports. So, what do you call him? Steven Gerrard says Aberdeen only try harder against Rangers, that rather than Celtic. And there was a lot more to it than what he spoke about. He wasn't saying that.
Did he?
I'm saying it. He did say it, but there was a lot more to it in the conversation. They just took that wee couple of words and used that and attacked it and used that to attack him. And that's what's going to happen.
Even if he didn't, he might have been telling the truth anyway.
He was telling the truth, all right, but that's the problem. He was telling the truth.
Of the evening.
Oh, go on then.
JFK's joined us. Evening, JFK.
Evening, chaps and chapesses. How you all doing tonight?
All right, mate. How are you?
I'm fine, thanks. I'm tickety-boo, as they say. How you doing, Bridge? How you doing, Fox?
I'm fine, thanks, pals. Your garden all right?
Garden smashing, mate. It's pouring the rain in Glasgow all day, so there's nothing doing today. Staring out the window. I had to dug out a couple of times a day, but that was about. It's been a interesting 24 hours. The boys last night and listening to the gaffer today. I've watched his presser today twice, and some of the questions he gets asked, I agree with Fox, is ridiculous, but he handles it very, very well, doesn't he, guys? He's articulate. He knows what he wants to talk about. He knows how to answer them back. Well, these guys are in there to try and trip Stevie Gerrard up, but they never managed to do it yet, so I can't see that change in the future. So they're looking forward to the weekend's game. We owe these sheep winning Sunday. Let's hope that happens. I know we'll be talking about that later on, but yep, I'm fine, Oxjer. Fine, mate. Tickety-boo.
Good man. I mean, what he said about the team we're playing on Sunday, I'll go to you first, Fox. In context, he says they're up for it. It's their biggest game of the season against Rangers. I think the Aberdeen fans would accept that, yeah?
Aye.
And then secondly, what he said was, I watched them against Celtic, they never laid a glove on them. Well, that's what I never seen any of it, but I read some reports on it, and that's what the reports were saying as well. Whereas against us, they're up for it and they're chasing and harrying. So it's, I don't think he's speaking out of turn at all. I've got to be honest with you. I think he's just, once again, speaking the truth.
I'd agree with that myself. On you go, Jimmy.
No, I've just said definitely was it coming in my head in there. For I definitely agree with that. He's not telling any lies. He's just telling us what we already know and already think, you know. But we're there and we watch it, we see it, and like yourself, I didn't see how they performed against the beggars and that, but the puddle drinkers. But by all accounts, what I've read, it was the same old with Aberdeen. You know, they come up against the puddle drinkers and they fought and collapse, you know. But they come to the Ibrox, or even when we go to Shataudry, then it's battle stations for them. You know, they're up and at it all the time. So the gaffer's not telling us anything that we don't already know, and he just come out there and that'll be the headlines tomorrow in the papers and that, you know, try to disrespect Aberdeen, but that wouldn't be hard today for up there, would it?
That's what I was saying, Jimmy. I saw that tonight in the STV News. It sounded like exactly what they extracted that one wee bit that says Rangers manager accuses Aberdeen of only lifting their game only against Rangers, or words to that effect.
I wouldn't take too much out of that.
No, I'm only saying.
No, you're 100%. What I did take out the press conference, and I don't think he's actually mentioned it. I just think that Stevie Gerrard had a bounce in his step today. He was smiling, he was laughing, he was brilliant at answering the questions, and he doesn't look like a man who's under any pressure for others that say he is. I mean, we all know that us guys who matter, who go and see him, who watched him, we'll give him to the end of next season, and then we'll reserve judgment to then. But up till now, Albert's Coupin's still on, he's bet, so let's back him and see what happens in the next 48 hours, guys, and then we'll take it from there. But the gaffer, as usual, was articulate and answered everything that he had to answer. He answered it very, very well. And they will try and make something out of his comments, but you know what? So what? I don't care really that aspect, but that's what they will probably do.
And on the team front, I mean, obviously Tavernier and Jermaine Defoe. Let's assume they're not playing. The right back, we've got a wee bit of cover now with the bold Polster, and obviously Flanagan could go to right, and maybe Andy Halliday at left. Jermaine Defoe, there's only really Kyle that could maybe play that role. Would anybody see it differently?
Yeah, I've written down two teams. No, when the gaffer said today that he thought, well, didn't he thought, he mentioned that Tav and Main would be out, possibly carrying a muscle and a knee injury or whatever it was. But I mean, obviously McGregor speaks to itself. But if
just talk about the two replacements, mate.
Well, the two replacements for me, I would give the boy Polster a go.
Right.
If Tav's injured, I'd give Polster a go. And if Defoe's not playing, I'd play Kent up there.
All right, Kent in the Defoe role, yeah?
Yeah.
All right, and obviously, same question to Fox and then Bridge. Fox?
I think that I really hope that Defoe makes it, because I don't think Lafferty showed anything this season. This time of the year, right enough, coming toward, just past about Easter time, he used to strike some goals for us, but I think this season he's not showed anything at all for me. I think we really need Defoe to get the odd chances we'll get, create maybe loose balls in the box, and if you're wanting one person to tuck it away, it'll be him. I'm a wee bit, I wonder if he would change formation if Jermaine Defoe doesn't make it. What do you think?
I do.
What's on your mind, Fox?
I don't know. I'm just thinking that I don't think Lafferty would be really great as the out-and-out striker. I think maybe a bit of pace up front, a bit of trickery. I agree with Jimmy, maybe shoving Kent up to the front, and maybe adding Middleton in there, mate, and go for two tricky young boys maybe you've got a good chance of them getting pulled down the boats, because when we think we haven't any real height in the team, so high cross balls and Sunday for us won't be worth much, mate. Aberdeen are good at the air and at the back. So I would go for a bit of pace and trickery up front.
All right. I don't think we'll see Middleton start, mate.
No.
Might get a place on the bench. What's your thinking, Bridge?
I have to agree with what Jimmy says. I think providing neither of the two of them are available, and I wouldn't be surprised if it'd be nice to see that boy Polster get a shot. Lee Flanagan at left back, he's played quite well there at the moment. On the other hand, much as we were said, you could always put Flanagan in the right back and put Talon, what do you call him, Halliday at left back. But in reality, I'd leave him alone and just put Polster in place of Tavernier and young Kent if he's available and everything's okay. Put him in place of Defoe, and so let's see how they go on.
All right. People might see it differently if they want to use a call. What's the number, Bridge?
0141 356 1972.
Where else can they join us, JFK?
They can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online, and you'll be brought in by our good man Fox and the Old School Blue.
All right. Interesting. Before we get the full team off of JFK, or his full teams, picked up that the manager was not happy, and we talked about it before the press conferences about the standards he sets Fox. Now, he talked about the people on the bounce game who didn't play or didn't have the right attitude in a bounce game. Now, his standards he sets, and he didn't seem happy with him, and he intimated that these people no ways for long now. But maybe putting two and two together, but a lot of people might be assuming that two of the people were Grezda and Barisic. Was that your thinking?
And Lafferty, I would put into that as well.
Yep.
Lafferty? Well, I never thought of him.
Yeah. I think Macaulay's natural wastage in it. I think he'll just go because he was brought in as a stopgap, but he'll probably go.
But they wouldn't keep him as for coaching purposes, no?
Well, that's a possibility, but I never thought of that. He might do, mate. But I don't think we'll see him playing a first team game for his cup or otherwise.
No, I think he's. I think he's. Unless there's some disaster befalls our defenders, I don't think we'll see Macaulay.
The surprising aspect that came out of his presser, which he's actually picked up on, or maybe we're just going to go into it, is that young Graham Doran's got a run out.
We'll get there.
That bounce game.
We'll get there, JFK. We'll get there.
That was quite pleasing to hear that, because I think Maesties are all seem to be thinking, and I do as well, that his time has come at Ibrox because of injury. But that was pleasing to hear the gaffer say that today about him. So I'm pleased about that, definitely.
Aye. What was the team then? Obviously, Floods was in goal. Who played? Worrell played. Macaulay played. Andy Halliday played.
Aye.
Polster.
Yep.
Midfield Dorans, obviously. Who else? Barisic. Grezda. Lafferty.
And Morelos as well, remember?
Morelos played as well, aye.
All right, interesting to see he didn't intimate who was having a go at Bridge, but he wasn't happy, was he?
No, I think there's 3 or 4 who were in that team. I might be doing an injustice to the 4th one, but I think there was 3 or 4 in there. Probably never played very well, never raised their game or anything, and they ripped them off, pulled them off, and stuck the youngsters on, and it changed the game entirely, and they managed to get the 4 goals back. But really and truly, if you've got 4-0 down against a Liverpool under 23s team, my goodness gracious, you could get a wipe the floor with you, couldn't they? If you kept it going like that.
Mm-hmm.
So they brought the youngsters on with a bit of vim and verve, and they obviously turned around and did the business. Got it back to 4 each, which is far more respectable. And that's the way it should be. Don't know who they are. I could have put names on any of them. I could have guesses, but I might be totally wrong.
He knows who they are, JFK, yeah?
Oh, of course he does that. Of course he
Do
does.
you know who they are, JFK?
Well, I was talking to him later on after the presser. They told me, so. Nah, all kidding aside, the gaffer's shrewd. He knows the score. And he told us that today. He's told us, no, I know who's going and who's staying. I know who's going to the next part of the journey. So we'll abide by his judgment and see where it takes us. And there'll no doubt he'll add other quality to the squad for next season. But some of the names there most of the names are all of them that the Oxshire named there, that I can't see many of them remaining at Ibrox next season. Quite a few of them will be gone. So we'll soon see what happens, But he was quite scathing in his words. It's 2 days running. He's been quite scathing on their performance in the first half. And they used
Macaulay played, didn't he? Sorry, didn't Macaulay play?
Aye.
Did he play as well? Aye.
Koulibaly.
Koulibaly. I mean, he used a word there the day, Gaffer, that he called the young boys babies.
Pups, aye. Babies and pups, yeah.
He says babies and pups. He says the 4 babies and pups that come on the second half really lit the game up, and it brought us back into the game. So that was quite damning on the individuals who were, I suppose, some of them are seasoned professionals who, as the Gaffer said, that they were still trying to get the sand out their flip-flops. So it was quite scathing in that comment, wasn't it? So there's a few there, obviously, who have got to sit up and take notice. It might be the last time they ever play in the Blues. So we will see, guys. We will see.
Well, that's what I think is, based on what we were saying just a minute ago. Unless there's some sort of disaster befalls their defence in midfield, you would think that Koulibaly, who can't get a game at all, can he? So chances are he's off. And some of the boys have been saying that for quite a while. Although I must admit, I took a wee like to him. I thought he was quite good for us, but never mind. So he'll be off in Worrell, in all probability he'll go. And we were just speaking of Macaulay. He'll not play for us again.
What'll be interesting to see the substitutes on Sunday, GFK, if there's no many changes to the team. And that might give us an idea who's...
Well, if you look back at the team, the 3 Wanagais Hearts, you'll get a decent indication there, I know any of the young boys. I know I spoke about the boy Coombs and that, but I was maybe tongue-in-cheek there, but he's probably maybe next season. The boy McPake maybe get a chance next season, but we don't know. But I think the indication we're seeing that the subs bench Sunday will tell us how the Gaffer.
I don't think you'll see the young boy Coombs near the first team for about 3 years, JFK.
I'm talking about cup games and that, Oxford.
Don't even think.
Well, you never know. But anyway, time will tell. Probably know him, but I would think the boy McPake.
McPake looks a wee bit more physically ready, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. He looks. Maybe he's got a better chance than the boy Coombs and that. But it was good to watch. Really thoroughly enjoyed it. It was absolutely fantastic.
And the gaffer was very complimentary in the performance, huh?
Yep, very, very fantastic performance. That's what he said. And he did compliment the puddle drinkers as well, which was kind of him.
Well, I think he was asked whether any of those youngsters...
He had his fingers crossed behind his back.
Aye.
I think he was asked whether he thought that some of those youngsters could make it into the Rangers team. And he said then that they're too young. Some of the boys were only 16, 17, and their body isn't ready yet, So quite a bit of growing to do with their body,
Yeah, I think we could all see that. Apart from the boy McPake, looks as if he's filled out a wee bit.
Yes, it looks it, doesn't it? It looks it.
Definitely.
I think there's various ages on there. I mean, a boy Coombs is only 16, isn't he?
That's right, yeah.
And
only 16.
I don't know if he's just 16 or he's 17 shortly, but 18-month growth at that age is massive, you know what I mean?
Might be a wee bit pernickety here, but see last night when Kai Kennedy was injured and the Celtic centre-half came in and dragged him off the park, he should have been booked for that.
Aye.
And he was not booked for it. The referee did nothing. And that's maybe been pernickety, but it was good to see them get beat anyway.
I can see this last night because we won the game. I thought the referee was awful.
Aye. He was.
Well, on that incident you're talking about, when the trainer come on and got the boy fixed up, and he stood up and he went to run on to go back into the game, and the referee says no, get off. Wait a minute, he was never mind. It's just crazy. You're right.
Well, the boys have got a good reception at Ibrox on Sunday.
Aye,
No
again, mate. Again,
Yeah.
they're becoming.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they won that massive tournament, the LCAS Cup, and then they won the Youth Cup.
Yep.
Fair play to them.
His birthday's in January. Foxdale. Nathan
Alright.
Youngcoop.
You know, so he's not even 18 or 16 and a half yet. You know, but
Correct.
you know, fair play to him.
Brilliant.
Anyway, I mean, it was a good header, I must admit. Good header,
Aye.
good finish.
Yep.
Me and Fox were chatting about it, and I was talking about some of his movement, and obviously it's a big pitch that for his
Aye.
group. And then if you're chasing and harrying, you can end up blown out for the last 30, you know. And he did a lot of work, and then he done what his job is, was score a goal, you know. And that's what Fox says. Watch him; he's a good finisher.
There was a standout player for me, and I thought he had a fantastic game. He set up the second goal. Was the big boy Kyle McClellan. When the ball came across and he headed it back to Madubi.
That was a lovely pass, wasn't it?
Aye,
Lovely
but that
header.
was a great move. But I thought the whole game, the big boy, had a cracking game. And so that's one for the future. Maybe 5-6 years down the line, that big boy could be one of my mainstays in defence. So things are looking up. Things are looking up. And Budanoukas, he's not a bad goalkeeper, isn't he? Made a couple of
But
good
I mean,
saves.
obviously, to move into the next level, I think he needs a bit of height. JFK, but
Okay.
he's agile enough, and his angles are very, very good. You know.
It was good we're sitting here positive. We watched the young boys last night, and everything's rosy, and things are going well, as we've said before. Alcast champions, through the Youth Cup, Reserve League game on Monday against Falkirk. I can't get any better. Then we've got the Glasgow Cup final to come and all. Come on.
No,
Jimmy, can I just say, Jimmy, the boys in the lobby are mentioning that pit you mentioned there with the young lad getting himself back onto the pitch, but had been dragged off with the Celtic player. They're saying there apparently the BBC picked up on it and never showed the boy getting dragged off the park, and were complaining about the boy getting himself back onto the park to stop the game. So it's amazing how people just see things one way, isn't it?
Yeah, but you're right, mate. The referee was really poor. You know, he was a junior referee, as far as I know. His last game was like Shettleston Juniors. He's some so-and-so, whatever, but it doesn't matter. But poor refereeing again. But we'll take that. It was a cracking result. A cracking game. It was a great game to watch. And as the gaffer said today, just a pity. He used the word health and safety, obviously, that... But we all know the reasons why we can't go and see him, because they set the Brimlow stand on fire when they were at Ibrox in one of the games, you know. So it's because of them that we can't go and see it. Nothing to do with our boys.
But it started fires at Partick Thistle's ground as well.
That's right, aye. But I mean, you must have been at the night we won in penalties, and they set off flares in the Brimlow stand. That was, I can't remember. I mean, I took my two boys there. They were nippers at that time. I'm going back maybe about 8 or 9 years ago.
Wow.
We beat them in penalties that night. The Polish told me to shut up that night. There was a Celtic boy came here and took a corner kick. Right, we were in the government front, and he had a bright orange pair of boots on, and I shouted to him, "Your mammy must love you at Christmas, son. Look at their boots." The Polish told me to shut up. A Celtic player with bright orange boots, can he whack it?
It's funny that, isn't it? I remember the comments were getting made about young Barry Mackay wearing the green luminous boots.
Aye.
Do you remember that?
Yep.
Oh, the comments about him was just shocking. I loved that wee Barry Mackay. That was a smashing wee player for us. I didn't like his boots right enough, I must admit. But wow, you're saying it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Black.
So you get told to shut up then, Jimmy?
Oh, well, I didn't use the words because I couldn't use them on the radio, but the police told me to shut when I was getting to jail. That's nothing new for me, right? You know.
Well,
the police obviously knew him.
Well, they did.
I was told that a number of times by the the boys in blue. But I'm afraid I didn't understand what they were saying.
His record's not as bad as yours, Bridge.
Oh, no, I've heard that. Aye.
Oh dear. Mommy.
So you want me to give you my team the new, or do you want to wait after the shoot?
Go on. I'm intrigued. Let's assume everybody's fit. What's your team then?
Well, if everybody's fit, it's the same old. McGregor, Tav, Katic, Golson, Flanagan. Right. Kamara, Davis, and Jack sitting there, and I'd have Arfield sitting in front of him, and I would drop Candias and play Kent Defoe up front.
All right.
So the same team, with the exception you would swap over Kent for
Candias.
For Candias. Or Candias for Kent, sorry.
Yeah. And if it was the other way, obviously it would be the same back four with Polster in there.
Mm-hmm.
With Jack, Kamara, Davis. And what I would do, if Defoe was injured, I would then bring Candias into the team. And I'd play Kent up front with Candias. So that's a kind of thing I wrote in the day.
Mm-hmm. So where are you playing Arfield then?
Well, Arfield will just be the same in the both teams.
All right, okay, sort of number 10 role.
Aye, it's just I basically wrote it down as a 4-3-1-2.
Aye.
I would just if Defoe's fit, I would drop Candias. If Defoe's no fit, I'd play Candias with Kent up front. Kent up front both times, mate. But I think if I don't
think you've been too controversial there. The only thing I will say, obviously it'll be interesting to see if Tav doesn't play Fox, if the gaffer is confident enough to give Polster a start.
Aye, that'll be it. I think Tav will make it. He always makes it. It's very rarely he's injured.
Yeah.
And it's maybe a safety precaution, mate, more than anything else. If he doesn't play, I'd be quite happy to see Polster.
Yeah.
He's quite a well-built guy, and apparently he's clever on the ball as well. So maybe he could do the job that Tav does, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't change anything else, mate. Probably bring back Kent, put Arfield where Candias is, mate. And that'd be my only change. Defoe would remain up front. The usual 4-2-3-1, which has been working very well for us lately. I don't see any need to change it unless, as we say, Defoe doesn't make it. There might be a change in what we see up front.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it pans out. I don't think you've been that wasn't controversial, your team's there, JFK, you know what I mean? I think you're pretty fair there.
I think it's a much as much, just no. I mean, the only change would be because of the injuries and that. But I think that Kent's a shoe-in all the time. So the only player I can see would maybe step back would be Candyman. So unfortunately for him, but I wouldn't. No, I'm the same as Fox. I think Defoe and Tav will play. I think the gaffer's just been giving him a wee carrot there to see if they bite it or no. You know, we'll see what happens. But any of the two teams, I'd be happy to put it. So
I think for me, if Tav doesn't make it, I would go with Flanagan right and Andy Halliday at left.
Would you? Aye.
Mm-hmm.
See, I think I've been one of the biggest critics of Flanagan, but you know something? I think he's been playing all right at left back.
The last two games he's been fine, but his position is right back, so I'd be
aye.
There.
Aye. But fair play to you. Aye. Yeah. That's a good shout as well.
It'd be also interesting to see if Barisic is near the squad, Bridge.
Did you see he's in the squad?
It'd be interesting to see if he's about the squad.
Yes, I think I'm desperate to see him back because I think he's a great player. But once again, it's only my opinion. Excuse me, it's only my opinion. I think he's one of the classiest players we've got in our team. The problem is he gets injured a lot, or he appears to be getting injured a lot. So we don't know what the score is with that.
I would prefer to keep Flanagan there myself, mate. This is going to be a battle against him, and Flanagan doesn't mess about, mate. You know, he's strong in the tackle, no effective going forward for me, but strong at the back. And if he doesn't get the ball, he makes sure that nobody goes by him, mate. You know, and I think that's wee bit of extra game time has helped him come on a wee bit. I don't see him as a long-term prospect in the Rangers side, but I think to the end of the season he's doing quite well now.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't disagree with that, and like JFK said in the past about him, you know, he's actually came on to a game, not just in defending Fox, but he's actually getting attacking and getting good balls in and being part, linking up well. Not greatly, he's not a fabulous player by any stretch of the imagination, but he still makes himself available, and he's got some good passes and crosses into the box. So I think his all-round game certainly improved a bit, you know. But yeah, he's a good tackler.
Aye, and last two, I mean, JFK, we come on here, we keep our opinions. We're not always right, but it's only our opinions. But if somebody plays bad, in our opinion, we'll say, well, we think he had a bad game. But if somebody does well, like Flanagan's done well in the last two games, we'll be fair.
Oh, definitely. I'm a first to put my hand up. I've been critical of Flanagan, but I have got to say I'm the same as Fox. He's not done much wrong or anything wrong at all. So I think we've got to go with him. And criticising is what it's all about. I mean, if a player's playing bad, you're right to criticise him, and if he's playing well, he gets the plaudits. So I don't think we've been overcritical. But I'm happy for Flanagan to be there tomorrow. Sunday against the Sheep. So I wouldn't change. I wouldn't swap here. And I know you've got your opinion about swapping maybe Flanagan here if Tav's no available and putting Halliday in. But I just think we should keep it as it is. And I'm quite happy for Polster to get in there. But I still wouldn't be too unhappy if we put Halliday in there and put Flanagan there. But we'll see what happens. Yeah.
All right, we'll see what happens. Get yourself in mute and we'll have a tune. Well back.
We are indeed.
You on the tea threads? Were you still got a wee stick you threw about the living room, Jeff?
Yeah, I've still got one of my old training sticks I had when I was a boy. Yep, I still get in the garden now and again and I throw my stick about. Still got a few real tricks there. One of the best drum majors in Glasgow at that time, mate. I've got to blow my own trumpet. I certainly was way back then. I was
there occasionally, mate.
Yeah. So I wish I could do a quarter of it now. Or 10 of it. Can't lift my leg up, never mind 8 nails. But no, enjoyable time. You know, I still get in the garden now and again with a few sherries and that and twirl it about. You know, so yeah, most enjoyable.
Jimmy, you mind the day when there was with the Rangers band? Do you remember the Rangers band?
Yeah, I do, mate. Aye.
I was very friendly with the drum major and the Rangers band. Nice guy.
The Rangers accordion band's a great band at one time.
They were fantastic. It was over 100 members or something like that.
Right, and one of the biggest going, aye.
Is it still? I don't even know if it's still going today.
Yeah, the Rangers accordion band is very, very much alive, mate. There are still, not as big a band, but they're very much alive. Yep, good band still.
All right, I think we've been joined by George. Evening, George.
Oh, another bad man.
How you doing, boys? All right?
Hey, George.
All right, everybody wants to know, how's little Rocky?
She's doing well. Aye. You pinged me there up last night, also a wee shout out. She came through all buzzing and that, aye. Aye, cheers for that shit. Oh my God. I thought that when you get a wee dog in that ox, just to make you get a dog, you take them a walk, you feed them, that's it. Unbelievable. You talk about being a hard man and doing that. I've been in tears for the last 2 weeks anyway. Can I talk about Rangers? And Jimmy got me hanged up there. Jimmy said he keeps his stick beside him. No matter where I go, in fact, I'll tell you something. My mum used to take my drumsticks off me and hide them. I used to have to ring up and down the house because I used to walk about the house tapping my drumsticks off to everything. I reckon in this house, if I had to have a right good look, Lisa's probably had about 7 or 8 pair of drumsticks in this house somewhere. I always find them, but you never leave it, Jimmy. It's always there. But what you were talking about at Rangers, Ox, about attitude and things like that. You were talking about attitude. I think it's put into we playing with Rangers. It's a thing where John Greig, it's all the way right down, Richard. It comes right through the club. And if you're at Rangers for your 5, 10, 15, whatever age it is, for a young age, and then you go through, you become that person at 21. If you're at a big club, I think Bridgeman spoke about young Barry Mackay there. I don't like speaking badly, guys. It's done all right for us at a hard time, but I think young Barry Mackay probably had the talent, Ox, but I think his attitude was probably all wrong. He got brought up playing with Kilmarnock and the Kilmarnock way, and that it never came through at Rangers. Whereas these guys were seeing now, I'm hoping they're seeing what we're getting, and they're seeing how our manager conducts himself, and that's maybe the way they're going to go forward. Because a guy at the start of the season, again, I'm rather known a wee bit here, but I'm trying to get to my point. A guy at the start of the season signed for us, John Flanagan, and I went with his past, and I thought, I don't want him near our club because I knew what was happening and things like that. You give everybody a second chance. So he came to our club, and like Bridgeman said, you always back them. He played a few games, and I thought to myself, he's got a few friendlies in the European. I thought he's all right. He's not the greatest, never was playing out of position, but he's doing all right. He had a few more games. I said, this guy's not good enough. I didn't want him playing a game for Rangers. But seemingly his attitude around the club, his attitude with young laddies, his attitude to playing friendlies like we spoke about the other night there, so I can't imagine he'd be one of them. It's second to none. I think Stephen Gerrard could say to him at 1 o'clock, there's a game at 3 o'clock in Edinburgh for the 19s, you want to go and date, and he would go and date because I think he's been brought up the right way, Ox. If we get a hold of our young laddies early on, like we ones we were talking about the other night there, and get them the right way, we'll get that right attitude after them. And if they get 2 or 3 of these young laddies coming through our club, they'll probably be brought up the right way with a good manager and a good club. So we're on to a winner, I think, Ox. And just the way he conduct himself in his interview the night again is second to none. It really is. We're blessed to have a guy like that at our club again.
I think the thing about it is, George, when he's speaking, let's just say there's 20 under 18s. I'll use that now as a number. There'll be 15 that'll go to the end of the earth for him, and they'll be inspired by Steven Gerrard. The other 5, there'll be nothing you can do with him. Somebody else there might be 10 people prepared to go to the end of the earth with him, but Steven Gerrard will inspire that extra 50%, just using the numbers as a bit of fun. But because he's Steven Gerrard and the way he conducts himself and he sets standards, he's always immaculate, spreads that through the club, shows them. I bet his punctuality, his timekeeping, he's always, you just know that he sets standards. And once he sits down and explains to the young boys what he expects from them, when he gives them a new contract, if he gives them a new contract, they'll be walking on water, George.
That's right. Also, you said there about punctuality and timekeeping and things like that. We know absolutely nothing about that. But just by going with his interviews, the way he conducts himself, the way he dresses, the way he acts, the way he talks, you imagine it will be like that. If he's to be there at 5 o'clock, he'll be there at 4:30, getting himself ready for it. And just imagine that's the kind of guy he is. So I keep on saying the thing. I think he's lucky to have his first job at a club as big as Rangers, and we've took a chance on him. But I think as long as we can keep him at our club, coaching our team and our young laddies to be the top of what he expects to be the top of our game, I think we're a really lucky club to have him. That interview the day again, he's just second to none. I mean, for example, the way he spoke about Billy McNeil, said that straight away, and then went on to speak about our young laddies, and then he mentioned the other team's young laddies as well, and mentioned it as well. I think that goes a long way. He wasn't hanging me to say that. He just said that because that's the kind of guy he is. He's decent. He dresses decent. He comes and goes decent. So I think as long as we can keep a hold of this guy, we really are. We're lucky to have him. I really believe that. Considering the few guys we've had in the last couple of years, I think we're really, really lucky to have somebody like Steven Gerrard.
I think ultimately things are fun in Burlap, mate, and we've got a guy who can take us to the next level. Bridgman.
Our manager is probably one of the best things that's happened to our club, as it will turn out to be. And what George is saying there, what a difference between him and the last 2 or 3 or 4, if you follow. I mean, when you include some of the guys we had standing in. No, it's just great. I love listening to him. I think he's been a bit unlucky for some reason or other. His team selections haven't sparked sometimes, and I'm talking about in the past there. And we've had some strange results, getting draws where we should obviously get wins, and sort of lesser teams holding us out and playing better football than us sometimes, So these things hopefully are ironing out. He's hit a wee seam there with the team he's got now, and they're playing really well for him. So hopefully they'll keep going to the end of the season, playing like that and come away with some really good results. That's what we're looking for, and that'll spark the manager again. I think, as I say, George has thought the same as a lot of others did, at the very start. There's certain things he didn't like about the manager and be a bit like Flanagan and things like that. But all these things are starting to iron themselves out, and hopefully that's the way it's going to be come the end of the season. We're going to be a happy team, and everybody wants Rangers, every Rangers person certainly wants Rangers to win the next 4 games, and that's all we can do. Win the next 4 games and we'll see what happens in the league.
Aye, we'll see what it takes us. I think you're spot on, George, about your standards and the way he conducts himself. I think it's infectious, if that makes sense.
I think that comes across to the fans, Ox. We pick it up. I think most people in here just love listening to his interviews, and I heard Fox saying earlier on about the way they're asking the questions and things like that. Even the daft questions, I like listening to him. I really do. I like just listening to the way he talks, and I didn't really need to hear him talking about Liverpool and Man City, but anything he says, I listen. So I'm just hoping these 14, 15, 16 and 17-year-old laddies who we've got high hopes for at our club are saying, going home and they're saying, my jinx, listen to this guy saying to me, and they're watching these interviews, because if they can learn anything off of him over the next few years, Ox, we'll be the ones that will be gaining out of that. So, but really, I'm delighted to have somebody like that at our club. So, as far as going ahead for the next 4 games, if we win our next 4 games, I think we've had a successful season. They asked the question about we progressed. Of course we have, because we're sitting second in the league. And let's be honest, we're still mathematically we're still in a chance of winning the league. A lot of people say it's over and done with, but mathematically we're still in a chance of winning the league. So it's a massive steps for our club, and having somebody like him at the helm has just helped all the way. It's good as that wee extra lift.
Yeah, definitely, mate.
Tina Bridger, if we can win these 4 games, JFK, it'll be a step as we go forward.
Of course it will. You know, as I said earlier on,
because of who they're against. Eh?
Of course it is. No, I mean, as I said earlier on, the gaffer's got a smile on his face again, you know, and obviously there's things happening behind the scenes, and it's pleasing. But I don't know if any's read the Barry Ferguson column in the paper, right? I looked at it yesterday, and a lot of the things he's saying, we're actually saying. He says that the last 3 games, he can see a massive improvement in the way Rangers are playing, and the gaffer seems to have the team playing the way that he wants it now, and playing in a formation that suits Rangers. And he says himself, every day, there's more to come, guys, and there is. And we all know that, and we've all been critical at certain parts of the season, but I've always said we have to give him at least 2 seasons to prove his mettle, that he's our manager, and he's certainly proven it. Again, the league's no finish. Mathematically, we all know we can still get there, and that'd be fantastic. But against the Sheep on Sunday, and no matter what happens tomorrow with the puddle drinkers, right? So it's up. I don't really care in that aspect. I'm just looking forward to Sunday's game. Going to see my team playing Sunday against the Sheep, and I'm looking forward to it. The puddle drinkers game's a couple of weeks' time. Bring that on as well. So, yeah, onwards and upwards, I always say, guys. So I'm pleased with what's happening now. I say I have been critical of the season, but so have we all. But we're all now starting to come together and singing off the same hymn sheet. We can see things that are happening now. And it looks as if the players that are going to be here next season is going to be the players that we want to see play for Rangers. So long may that continue. And I'm pleased with the progress so far.
You're talking about the players that's going to be here next season. But things are definitely moving in the right direction, George. Obviously, we've renewed our sponsorship with 32 Red. For next season, they bought in for another year. Obviously, they must be happy. That's a big company in the sports betting. I mean, if you go, if you watch Fox's Horses, Mace Saturday, 32 Red, I got a big influence in that. Also, the strip. You can pre-order the strip, the first team strip, the blue one, for the 24th of May online.
Brilliant, yeah.
So things are really moving, George, in the positive direction on and off the pitch.
Definitely, Ox. That's the thing. I mean, we're talking about the young boy from Motherwell side, and the young boy from Kilmarnock side. I don't think they're guys that's going to be anywhere near our first team. But as things are starting to happen, will they improve our our squad? Of course they will. Will they get in our first team? Let's wait and see. But we're definitely going in the right direction. We're taking the best players for the teams. Like you say, there's people new working behind the scenes doing things. We're bringing in money. I've just seen the prize money for finishing second places. It was the same money as we were getting 3 years ago for winning the league and things like that. So things are going in the right direction. Let's try and keep this good feeling going for as long as we possibly can. The strips are coming out. That's a wee boost of bonus for everybody. The players are starting to come in. Guys who, let's be honest, guys who didn't want to be here. We didn't need them at our club. We need guys who want to be here. And I think there's certain people just maybe realising how lucky that to be at our club, and they're maybe got to kick on for the rest of the season, and then we'll maybe get the best out of them next season. So things are really looking up at our club, Ox. I think there's a lot to be happy about our club now. And like Jimmy said there, we have been critical, but unless it's been a perfect season, we've got the right to be critical, because that's what fans do. We want Rangers to be a win-win-win all the time, and we've surrendered a few points this season. So we're going to obviously be critical, but now there's good things happening. It's good to feel good about Rangers again, Ox.
Hear me. Yeah.
I can echo that for sure.
Yep.
Can I just make a point on the shirt sales and the season tickets. I hope that, you heard me saying this before, I hope that Rangers ring fence the monies and the earnings from the shirt sales and the season tickets for next season. I hope that isn't included in this year's books. So I would like to see this year's books as it should be, without the extra income. And that money just is sitting, gets ring fenced and put into next year's. That's what I would like to see anyway.
When's the end of your financial year, June?
End of May. Yeah,
End of May.
30th of May, I guess.
I don't think the new strip, 24th of May, launches, mate. I don't think time that revenue comes through for the other company, I think that's in next year's books, Bridge.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case, yeah.
Aye.
It's the same with the season tickets. Obviously, it's going to be quite a while. You get a vast number of weeks to go before anything happens, before you even hear anything. So I hope they just don't, shall we say, I want to see it right. I want it done correct. I want the 31st of whatever it is, 31st of May or 31st of June, whatever time we do our books, I want it to be for that and inclusive of everything before that, but know the new stuff for next season. Know the season tickets or the strips.
I think there'll be a lot of positivity when our accounts come out, mate.
Well, I think we need to be able to, surely we must be able to at some point turn in and say we're breaking even or we're making a profit. I think we've already announced a profit at the new year there. I think about £4 million they announced. Whether that gets eaten up in running costs up until the end of the season or no, I don't know. But I'm sure that we're still selling strips, so there'll still be money coming in all the way through up till May to be included. So any earnings we're getting from anywhere else, I'm hoping that it's going to mean we're going to break even or post a profit. And the day we post a profit, I will be a very, very, very happy Rangers man. I'll tell you, very happy Bridgman, tell you that now.
Hi, well, people want to join us, give your thoughts on anything Rangers related. What's the number?
The number's 0141 356 1972.
Well, can you join us, JFK?
You can join us on Skype at rangersradio.online and you were put through by the gorgeous Fox and the luscious Old School Blue.
Oh, wow.
But worried about you, mate.
Aye.
I would have been body now.
It went a bit strange. It's 40 ounce, I forgot about that.
Especially with twiddling your baton in the house, I know. I'm going to wonder about you, I know.
Hey, my baton's got two nice big tassels on it, Fox.
I thought you were coming out to ask him how he likes his eggs done in the morning, Fox.
Oh, scrambled, mate.
That's a private joke, mate. George, definitely moving forward, 32 red, the strips. I mean, you think back, this will be the first time for a long, long time we'll have the strips going into a new season for the summer season. I believe it's been a successful launch in the last 6 months. The numbers are pretty good. We'll see that when the accounts come out. Hopefully we'll do even better with the new one coming out.
Aye, I think so. You know, I think that there was a big push. Maybe, I don't know, just after Christmas, I think it was. I think a lot of the Christmas sales go through, and then there was a big push for the. I'm sure I heard somebody saying that the strips were all either half price or whatever they were anyway. It must have just been, that's when they always do that, don't they? Just to get that final wee push, whatever's left basically lying out at £20 a strip or £15 a top or whatever it is, and they do that. So that's that extra wee bit that you clear your stock with, but it's an extra wee bit of money. And what Bridgeman was saying there about being able to be self-efficient and have money in the bank basically at the end of the year. I think this will be the year when that turned round, Ox. Now we're putting money, but I think it was 4.2 million, I think it was half-season revenue. So we're putting money in. There's a bit of money getting spent around about Ibrox renewal, so that'll come into it as well. So any money at all that's in the bank is more money than we had last year, Ox. We've got European money to come in as well. We've got the league money, which is up this year. So I think we're going in the right direction behind the scenes. And I think we're at the point now where I think our club wasn't doing it a few years ago. I think the businessmen were running the team and the things like that. I think we've got guys running the football now. We've got businessmen running the business, and I think we've got coaches doing the coaching, and we've got scouts doing the scouting. I think we're in the right position that we should have been in all the years ago, but who's not had the guys to date now. So I think we've got basically the horse rider riding the horses, and that's the way it should be. Ken, I think we're in good hands again, Ox. That's what I'm trying to say. I think we're in good hands again, and we're just a bit self-sufficient. So I think sooner rather than later, I think we can stop bothering about, and we're not going to ever really, but I think we can stop bothering about what's happening behind the scenes at the board and that now. I think we can really concentrate on supporting our team and doing what we really do, Ox, if I'm honest. But we want to do, but you'll never take your eyes off the board anymore, Jimmy, because it was happened in the past. Of course you'll know.
Can I make a wee comment about the strips? That
yes, mate. Yes, a bit tight.
I think the red strip is. I think the red strip is absolutely ghastly. It's a horrible strip. It's an Aberdeen strip. It's a Shagger strip. Why do you not go for a red and black? The old Govan strip. You know, the other two are crackers, but I don't know why they went for an all red. I can't remember the last time Rangers played in all red, but I don't think they've ever done that, have they?
Well, we used to have back in the 70s, mate. That was our time strip. The plain brown collar was the blue, and then our away strip was the red.
It's horrible. Too much like Aberdeen, like Shaggers. But anyway, that's my only gripe about that. But everything else George is saying, I 100% agree with him.
All right, we've been joined by Blue Bear. How are we doing, Blue Bear?
Not bad, lads. How you doing?
How we doing?
How are you?
I'm not too bad. Thoroughly enjoying the show again tonight. No long into work, but just joined in. So interesting to hear you guys are very, very knowledgeable. It's good listening about the information about the accounts and all that sort of stuff. And I agree with George was saying. It's really, really good. I just want to make the point, and I don't know if I'm correct or no, but I believe that most of the funding that we're getting for the likes of the youth academy is coming through the lotto and the pools and all that sort of stuff. Is that right?
Well, that is, Brewster, that's correct. It's coming for the supporters. Fox will pull you in a bit of that. He's a big supporter of that. The Rising Stars, he had his lotto with myself and that. We take a go in that. We done it. The boy came on here and explained it all to his Fox, didn't he? It was an excellent show.
Because it's...
First Fox away.
It might be. I think he's mute again. I was just going to say, it's great though, because look at the results we're getting from it. Look at all the young boys are coming through, and like you were saying about the game last night and how Gerard saw about it, and the turnout that were there, for the actual first team and the management and all the rest of it. It seems like everything's going really, really well at the academy, and yet it's not been funded at the main accounts to a certain extent.
Aye. I think the support are generous if they feel it's the right thing to do, and people always think you can do more, but you can only do what you can do.
Aye.
But if you're buying strips, you're buying season tickets, you're buying your lotto, you're buying your Rising Stars, you may be supporting your supporters, plus if you come on a bus, etc.
Aye.
You've got to eat as well,
Aye, but it's good. I believe that the club show a lot. Of lately, they've shown a lot of respect to the fans. They talk about the fans like really well. Gerard does anyway. He's always talking about them every single game. He's saying how well they support them and all the rest of it. And that's obviously just match attendances. But I'm sure that he's meaning everything that's thrown into the club by the punters. Because, like you say, it's an expensive day out and all the rest of it. But you can only do what you do. Some of the boys aren't even working and they're getting to the games.
He must, take Tynecastle for instance last weekend, he turns to our stand, he knows there's hundreds outside trying to get tickets, trying to get in, and there's filming and he looks around. Tynecastle, they've just qualified for the Scottish Cup final, and there's hundreds and hundreds, maybe even thousands of empty seats.
Aye, but you'll get that every ground for some reason. They don't seem to want to give the tickets to the Rangers fans.
Across you, mate. Somebody else.
On you go.
Come. Evening, caller.
How you doing? My name is Mal. I'm speaking from the Philippines. How are you? To the Philippines.
Philippines.
We in Manila. I'm a bear. No, I'm in a place called Mindoro.
Okay. I think I've got to be honest with you, mate. You might be my first caller for the Philippines.
That's right. Well, I'm a bear in the Philippines. I've been here about 10 years.
Right.
I'm always watching.
I'm always watching the games because I can get some good streams over here. I basically see every game, but there's obviously the time difference. Sometimes it's 8 hours. At the moment, it's 7 hours. So
All right.
I still get to watch the game.
How did you just discover Rangers Radio, mate?
Well, I've got your radio and telephone number on Facebook.
Right.
Oh yes, I love it.
So I listen to your show when I can every night on Facebook.
All right, brilliant, mate, brilliant. So what's on your mind? What's your name?
Mal, M-E-L, Mal.
Mal.
I'm from Dumfries. Yeah, I'm just saying. I was listening to some of your chat, and I totally agree with you. I think the Rangers are going in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to next season.
I'm actually looking forward to Sunday, but I'm really looking forward to having a right good go at this next year. I think we'll be a far better team, Mal.
Yeah. I think yeah, I'll get some quality and maybe 3 or 4 players, hopefully quality.
And I think Gerrard learned a lot for this season as well, Mal.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. I mean, I just love the Bears, and obviously living in the Philippines, I don't get home very often, but I do miss going to Ibrox. I've been Ibrox for about 5 or 6 years now, so
I'm sure you'll get the opportunity in the future.
I'm actually from Dumfries, the Doonhamer.
Right. But you've always...
I did the time. I did 20. Oh yeah, I've always been a player. Yeah, I mean, I did 22 years in the army, and I obviously retired from the army. I came out here, and it's so, but it's always great to listen to you guys on the.
Fantastic, Bill. With the boy for the Gold Coast, but the Philippines might have trumped that bridge, man.
Indeed, it has. Yes, well done. Did you say your name was Mal?
Yeah, M-E-L. Yeah.
Ah, cool. And did you say you're from down Dumfries?
Yeah, I was born in Dumfries.
Ah, cool.
So you must have been.
I've always been.
Mal, JFK here. So I worked in Dumfries for many years way back. You must have remembered Chancers for Dancers, yeah. Fleshers.
Oh, yeah.
Fleshers. That was a good pub and all. Chancers for Dancers.
I used to collect the seats from the. I used to collect the cushions from the seats at Palmerston Park.
All right.
The Tour of the South.
You paid well for that.
Cushions.
Listen,
for the seats.
Listen, Mal, your sound's not the best. There's a lot of interference coming from the background, but don't you be frightened to phone in again. It was really great to hear from you all about the Philippines.
Yeah, and the same to you, lads. And I'll settle in again, and it's been nice speaking to you.
All right, cheers, Mal, and thanks very much for the call, mate.
You're welcome. Man.
Cheers, Mal.
Take care, pal.
Cheers, Mal.
Bye.
Cheers,
Bye.
Mate. Bye, mate.
Well, that was brilliant, wasn't it?
Aye, we'll be joined by an caller. How we doing, caller?
How are you, boys?
Who is it?
It's Warren Hill.
How we doing?
Hi.
Yeah, from Follow.
How we doing, mate? All right. What's on your
mind? Aye, good. It's just want to mention the gap, so to speak. Mm-hmm. That's what they call it. And what I'm thinking is, everyone says about the points. Well, that's fair enough, right? I get it. But what I'm thinking is, the last 3 games against our good friends, we've put up some great performances, and I'm looking forward to the next one. And I would say the gap's quite shorter than what a lot of people are thinking. Which is right yourselves.
If you think back to this time last year, Warren, we would be dreading them, wouldn't we?
You know, that was going to be my next point. We were hiding behind the couch. You know, you could not watch it. And I relish the next game that's upcoming And
can he come quick enough, Warren?
Aye, exactly. We've dropped, and as it said the other night there, the one that gets me is 3 points against Hibs. I mean, that's 6 points dead already. And we played them off the park in the 3 games. I mean, they've got the last minute winners. I mean, that can't go on forever. We all know that. What I would hope is your man there, he stays for next season, Lennon. And whatever happens in the summer, my fear is what they actually bring in. That's a determined fact for myself. But what I would say is, Rangers, we're in a good place just now. Can't wait to take them on in a couple of weeks' time. And this gap, the points, we'll sort it out.
All right, mate. I think you're right. I think we are moving in the right direction. I think they've got more things to worry about and what players they're going to sign at the moment, Warren. Fox, the gap, we're getting there, eh? Stop the lost Fox.
Aye.
GF, can you take that one, the gap?
Aye. How you doing, Warren?
Good, mate.
Warren's right there. The gap's not as big as others are making out. The nucleus of players that we've got next season, whatever we can add on to that, will hopefully win it next season. But we've all said here, some of the games that we drew, the silly games and the silly games that we lost. So the gap has been... The 9-point gap has been created by ourselves, Warren, because we've thrown it away, basically. But football-wise, looking at some of the games that we've played, but some of our football has been immense to watch, and the gap's not as big as others are made. It's a media thing. They're saying the gap, they're away ahead of us and all that, and you hear rubbish. They're 9-10 year ahead of us. No way they're 9 or 10 year ahead of us. And that'll be so. And I'm like yourself. I hope they get to popcorn teeth next year. I hope he's a manager there for them next year. And let's hope that he's there to have his rotten rant and raves and that he always does. So, yeah, I agree with you, mate. There's no as big a gap as others are making it. So, we're coming to get them. We're coming down the road, mate, and we will get next season. Definitely.
Just one other point I'd like to put out there, and a lot of people might not agree with us now. Going into next season, see this UEFA, Europa League as it's now called, I don't want to see Rangers in there. I want us to hit the ground running in the league. This is paramount. A lot of people, they'll no agree with me, and I know myself, when it comes round, I'll be supporting the Rangers with every game, but deep down, the best thing is if we're low there, and we hit the ground running, see in the league.
Sorry to interrupt you, Warren. There's a man sit here agrees with you, and he's there, Fox. I've heard Fox speak about it quite often. I don't know if he's still there, but Fox is one of your... He's in your camp, mate, and I'm kind of in your camp as well. But the European football brings us in what it did last season, or this season rather, a vast amount of funds that we needed. So I think that's what we've started to build on. Yep. The European journey was a distraction, but do you know something, Warren? What a distraction it was, mate. It was absolutely wonderful.
It was great. See the early games, you go back to, it was late July, August, you're watching these away games and you're thinking, Jesus wept. It was fantastic. Seeing Rangers going through. But my thought was, you're taking the eye off the ball. The league title to me is paramount.
Of course it is.
And we all know, we're all Rangers men, and we know where we need to do. What we need to do and where we need to go. And that Europa League to me is getting in the way.
And you go, George.
That was me who was coming in, pal.
All right, Bridget, you go.
No, it's just to say, Warren, brilliant to hear from you, pal. It's Bridgeman here. I don't. Unfortunately, I've got a sneaking admiration for Rangers the way we went through our season, insofar as we handled the European aspect of it, and we had a wonderful time. I sat at Ibrox and the hair was prickling up the back of my neck with the some of the performances was just fabulous. The whole place was alive. It brought memories flooding back, and I thought it was wonderful. A great experience. I don't take away from some of the things yourself and some of the boys on here have said that it was a distraction to a certain extent. I just feel I think we're blaming that for the lack of strength in the squad, and that's unfortunate. I think when next season we'll have a far better squad, far better. We should be far better prepared for the European area, both at managerial and coaching level and for playing level. And let's hope we get if we do go into it, we get as good a run as we had the last time, or even better, and bring in a lot more money for the club. But at the same time, don't lose the stupid games, the absolutely stupid games, and we blamed the European campaign for it. I don't think it's. I'm betwixt and between on it, to be honest. Obviously, I wanted to win the league if it's possible, but the truth is that money will just. You're not going to see a money like that again. You've got to be in the European area to get that type of money. I think it's like 10 or 14 million pounds overall we've earned off of Europe. Fantastic.
Yeah. Can I come in there, Brett?
Of course, buddy. Sorry, George.
No, George here, Warren. I'm 100% with you, and I can see what you're saying. I said at the start of the season, none of us would change the wee run we had, because there was a good buzz on here and a good buzz in the Rangers fans. Aye. I said at the start of the season that I didn't ever want to watch Rangers getting beat, Warren, but I think probably the best thing that could have happened to us, and Bridgman's right, the money is good, but I think probably the best thing that could have happened to us at the start of the season there was get our confidence up with a few maybe wins in the qualifiers and that, and then maybe just I hate saying even Rangers going out, but if we just went out in the last qualifying round, and we could have focused on this league, I honestly believe that it was a good run, and we had some big results, and people took note of us. But I think I'm not blaming Europe in a roundabout way, but I think we would have won the league this year, Warren, if we never had the games to cope, because we were coming up against right hard fit teams and things like that, and took a lot out of us. So I think I'm with you all the way. I think it was good to get the wee run, but I think we would have won the league this season if we never had that distraction in Europe.
Can I cut across this for a time? We've been joined by Albert. How are we doing, Albert?
Not bad, mate. How are you all doing?
All right, mate. Every day's a bonus for you, eh?
Oh, aye.
How's it going?
Not bad. I never played today, mate. I'm doing a review of my season ticket and just a few important things like that.
What time are you teeing off tomorrow?
Oh, no. I'm going for a walk tomorrow. I'm staying away for the game.
Storm coming out tomorrow, eh?
Aye. I just phoned up to talk to Warren there. Warren, next season, we're going for 2 in a row next season. Forget about all this Europa Cup nonsense. We're in the Champions League next year. Aye. We're going for 2 in a row, mate. Aye. Telling you, this league's not done. And stop talking past tense, guys. This league's not done yet. We're still in this league race.
I'm with you in that.
We've been joined by another caller. I think it's Graham. Evening, Graham.
How are you doing there, Brett?
Bridgman.
How's it going, Graham?
I'm just want to ask this question. When the Buffalo's band is up, I reckon it's just against do you play them against the Celtic, or do you keep the team? Do you keep what we're doing now, the full up front?
All right, we'll go to Bridgman up first, then I'll take it to Albert. Do you bring back the Buffalo when he's banned up? I think his band's up next week, isn't it?
Aye.
It's strangely enough, it's one of these things you would just never think about. You'd automatically. It was like in the bad old days or the good old days, call it what you like. If we had Derek Johnson on song or Super Ali on for you're desperate to get them back into the game again. If they were off through suspension or injury, you just get them straight back in as quick as possible. In this case, I have to say, I'm very cautious. The squad that he's got now, they seem to be a bit of polish about them. They seem to be playing very well and scoring a lot of goals. And I don't know how you'd fit. I wouldn't play him for the start. I would maybe bring him on, see how he gets on. But the manager's going to make up his mind. He's got a hell of a decision to make, that's for sure. Because there's a lot of Bears think get him on because he's a high scorer. But others say no, leave it alone. And I think I'm in that camp. I'd leave it alone and see how it gets on.
What about you,
here.
Albert? What about you, Albert? What would you do with Morelos when he's fit? Suspension. Clear.
Well, that depends on the results, doesn't it? If the results remain the way they've been going, he'll not get on. It's as simple as that. But if we take a wee hiccup along the way, I'll put him on. But I don't see us losing a game to the end of the season, so I don't think he'll be playing much. He might come on as sub, but he'll not be start. Because I see the four might be injured right enough.
Aye, the four might have a knock. Warren, what be yourself?
I was just going to say one thing. The Defoe injury, where did that actually come from? I mean, everything's been great in the camp. And this is what, aye, but was he taken off at Tynecastle?
No. Training.
No.
I mean, taking on a muscle has to go off the court.
So, what I'm thinking is, the last 3 games, I think we've scored 9 goals, conceded 1. It's been great. I mean, Saturday there was absolutely brilliant. Weather's gorgeous. Rangers are tanking hearts. We're playing brilliant. And I wouldn't change it, team. I wouldn't change it. And I mean, see Morelos, we go all the way back to August, up at Aberdeen, and we do, look, guy's been sent off, gave him a warning, and where are we now? We're back in April. We're now in April. And we can't carry passengers, I would say Defoe been a great goal scorer all his life. It's brilliant to see him scoring for Rangers, and he's warming up to the task now, boys. And I wouldn't change it. I'll be honest with you, I wouldn't change it.
Warren, can I come in there, Warren?
Yeah,
Warren,
sure.
You asked who they were going to sign next season. I'll tell you who they're going to sign next season. They're going to sign a psychiatrist. That's who they're going to sign.
Hopefully, aye. By the way, big fella, see that boy they signed to St Mirren? Where is he now? This guy, he was meant to be the next big thing. And he took him off Rangers' hands. I can't mind the boy's name to hand. Was it Lewis something or something like that?
Morgan,
where is he now?
Lewis Morgan.
Is it Lewis Morgan? Aye. I mean, I'm no one for gossip, but where's the guy now?
He's out on loan, mate.
Is he? Oh, aye. Right,
down south.
There's a man. I'll ask him the question. Graham came in and asked the question, does Morelos start when his band's up, Fox?
Yes.
Explain yourself.
Look, there's a big difference in the shape of the team since Morelos has went out. That doesn't mean that he can't fit in. He's never played in this formation 4-2-3-1. He's used to playing up front himself with nobody else about him. But in this new formation, he's got 3 other players behind him, right behind him, mate. And I think that's what's making a difference to the Rangers' attack. I would rather have him on the right-hand side of the 3 behind Defoe than Candeias. And maybe Arfield as well, mate. I know people might not agree with that, but I think he would revel in that position where the centre halves weren't over the top of him.
Good shout.
Interesting.
Messi.
Oh, have we been joining another caller?
Well, what about JFK? What does he think about the Buffalo starting? Is he there? I heard him.
I don't think he should start. I've always said if it's no broke, don't try and fix it. I'm the same as all Bear. Play the team that's there. A team that's winning, play them. I can understand Foxy's stinking, but if we're a winning team, just let it ride at that, and then we'll see what happens next season.
Anyway, we've also been joined by Domano Kin. Evening, Domano.
Good evening, lads. Just
in. Hello, how you doing, bud?
Hi, good man. Just in for the last 5 minutes of the playing injury time, so put my 10 pence in. I think we need to stop talking past tense, because the more we might find out the league's still there for us. I think Morelos definitely doesn't get a start, but he'll probably come on as a sub unless Lafferty or Defoe's injured. And I think the third thing I want to mention is the protest tomorrow, guys, at 10 o'clock at George's Square.
All right.
If you spoke about it.
I haven't spoken about it, mate, no.
I'm allowed to speak about it, just to...
You.
Aye, just you know about discrimination against our community. So if you can get yourself down to George Square for 10 o'clock and show your support for the guys that are going to be there. Vanguard Bears are going to be there as well. I don't know who else. And there's also one of their walks tomorrow at 10 o'clock as well. So, and there's maybe a couple of hundred of them. So we need as much people down here tomorrow as we can for a peaceful protest.
All right, mate. Right, where's the meeting point?
George Square, City Chambers.
Just right, I imagine it'll be the
Senator.
Right across. All right, okay, mate. 10 o'clock.
Yeah. Back on the rocks.
On you go, mate.
See, I mean, the question we've been asking all weekend, it's kind of unfair to ask the question about should Morelos come back in. There's still 2 games, or there's still the Mora, say. I think you could ask 2 questions there. If the 4 scores a hat-trick, the Mora and we win, he probably doesn't start. If we get beat the Mora or draw on Sunday, he probably does start. It's as simple as that. But we have played well in the last 3 games when he's not been there. But it all depends on this next game, because there's obviously 3 more games after that one. So it's kind of an unfair question to ask anybody, do you think he could score? I can see what Fox is saying, the guy that scored nearly 30 goals this season. For us, how can you leave him out? But on the other hand, he has caused us a few points as well. So there's arguments for both sides. To be fair, I think we're the ones that's the lucky ones, because if these come out the squad, out the team, that scored 30 goals, obviously doing something right. So that's another positive for us if you take it like that.
Aye, I mean, listen, I'm no fussed about Morelos this new, and I'll tell you why. He can't play no more at all there. One game at a time.
Yeah.
One game at a time, mate. One game at a time. And that'll determine everything. So you go for Sunday's game on to next Sunday's game and so forth. And I'm telling you, we win these 4 games, we're winning the league.
He's been consistent, isn't he?
That's good. That's good. Like that.
Yep, keep believing.
Oh. Can I just say something, guys?
Believing, mate. You're quite right.
On you go, Warren.
Regarding Morelos and the Buffalo, if you wind yourselves back to 12 months ago, it's a good problem to have.
Oh,
Aye.
Good point, mate.
Yes.
On you go, Dominic.
No. As I say, keep believing, and who knows what can happen tomorrow. We're getting this Old Firm game going. You know what? Beat them, and we're going ahead of them in goal difference. It's back in their hands.
Aye.
That wild as that can sound, it's a possibility. Might be a slight possibility, but it's a possibility. And if you've got that possibility, no surrender. No, I mean, I'm not giving up until it's mathematically
another thing,
possible.
Dominic, another thing everybody's forgetting. The papers are all going on about it. Their players are coming out about it. We have got the experience. They've not got the experience of this. They've been handed 7 titles. They've had no challenge. They've not had any challenge at all. So they've not got the experience. They're bluffing. They're actually trying to blow smoke up their rings. That lot. So they're not kidding me on. They're not kidding me on. They've no experience of this. This is a challenge now they're getting, and they've no experience. Trust me.
Black or white smoke for them.
What's that, mate?
Will that be a
I'll be white smoke, boys.
Hey, JFK, if we were a wee bit closer to them and put a bit of pressure on them, it'd be another helicopter Sunday at JFK, wouldn't it?
A helicopter's already booked. Ox here's already got it, mate.
It's fueled up.
No, but
it's all ready to go. We're coming down the road.
Hey, Jimmy, the points that we have flung away, if a wee bit pressure on them, they'd have rolled there, and we'd have had the title won. But what if, Jimmy?
Keep it the day tomorrow, boys. Keep it the day tomorrow.
Me and JFK have got the 2 tickets for the family stand, father and son, for the Kilmarnock game.
Hey, and I'll tell you what, I've been looking forward to my burger that day.
I always buy my old man a burger.
I know you do, aye. Make sure it's a soft one, I've no teeth.
Hey, JFK, I'm doing your old Monday night party. They don't know what you do here for your party pricing, boys.
Stay away from there. Stay away from there.
Hey,
I'm talking to a couple of boys there, and I just came out of stumps and they're all talking. Say, "Oh, no, Jimmy, we know him well." You're well known down here.
His reputation goes before him.
I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
I'll tell you what, Jimmy, your reputation goes really well down the West End, Partick.
Well, that's good to know, pal. It was good
all the boys were talking me. All the boys were asking me tonight in stumps and different places I've been in to say, "Oh, Jimmy, hey, I'm actually putting." Some of them listening. Some, what's this Rangers Radio? Like it's the best show you can get. They're like, "Oh, we need to tune in." So hopefully, they'll call us for your show. It's all the better, if there's all.
Of course, it is.
Absolutely. Can I just come in on that a wee minute? You know, you're talking about you know how we're talking about. If they don't do well tomorrow, the truth of the matter is, I know we're going to hope that they don't, but really and truly, we need, no matter what happens, for us to do anything, make any impact, we need to win. As Albert said, we've got 4 games to play, and we need to win them. If there's going to be any slight chance, wherever it comes from, of us doing any damage to them, we need to win the games. They only need 4 points.
No matter what result the Mora Bridge, man.
They can't win it.
They need 4 points. That's all I'm saying.
What I'm saying is, as a Rangers fan, no matter if they win, lose, or draw a Mora, I just want to go into Ibrox on Sunday and see my team win. So if they win the Mora, I don't care. And if it happens, it happens. I just want to go to Ibrox on Sunday.
Yeah, absolutely.
See my team win, and that's what needs
we need to win.
We just need to win, Bridge. You're right. So. We'll see, but if there's a wee Brucey bonus tomorrow,
Brucey bonus, that's amazing.
Yes.
If there's no, let's just look forward to Hump the Shaggers on Sunday.
We're due to give the sheep a bloody nose, aren't we? They're due a few goals off us, you know what I mean?
And it would be
we're due to do something, a sheep, I'll tell you.
We really need to be able to get back at them in some way or other. We can't let them come down to.
We need to beat them.
We can't let them come down to Ibrox and walk away with the points again. That's for sure.
Your old mate was on Rock Sport the Night Hawks, Shuggy Burns.
Oh, was he?
He was sitting there the night with his Ranger strip on, doing the show, and he was adamant there's a helicopter Sunday coming. He said he feels it in his bones. It's happening this year. He's 100%. He thinks it's going to happen. They're going to fall apart, and we're hitting form at the right time of the season. There he was sitting there on camera with his Rangers stuff on, proud as punch. That's what you want, guys like that, proper Rangers boys doing proper shows. It's good to see that again.
Yeah, we've had Barry Ferguson in the paper this week, haven't we? Taking value off of Morelos, know what I mean? Rather than talking him up.
By the way, their game's under threat tomorrow with the rain tonight and the flood of tears coming off the terrace, and they might be abandoned game all of.
Oh, Foxy, I don't know whether that's nice or not.
I don't know whether to give a round of applause or be silent here on that.
Dear.
Anyway, listen, gentlemen, thanks very much for everybody taking the time to join us. We've reached that time of the evening. Bridgeman.
What can I say? What a marvellous Friday night. Everybody enjoying themselves. Really good conversations and all about the Rangers. And what can we say? To all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans on here on Rangers Radio, every single one is huge, massive game coming up for us Sunday. Everybody, please keep it going for the Rangers, because the Rangers need us. Keep it going.
Here, can I thank everybody who took the time to call us here on Rangers Radio. Too many to mention tonight, but a special mention to the first time caller, Mal, all the way from the Philippines. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back at 2 o'clock on Sunday with a post-match show, Rangers versus Aberdeen. Take it away, Foxy boy.